For many of us, do you really know what our problem is? Let me break it to you like this. For many of us, our problem is that we're in our own way. We are a biohazard to our own blessings. If we're going to really be honest, many of us are a roadblock. We are a hazard. We are a hindrance. We are a hurdle to our own hope and happiness. So now we go through life hurting, suffering in a silo. And what we have to do is that we have to shift our focus. We have to get out of our own way so that we can really step into the way of where it is that we're going to go and where it is that we've been called to go. This kind of just comes from a conversation I had with a mentee. I had a conversation with a mentee that I was talking to on the phone just the other day, and I was kind of impressing upon him, which is what I want to impress upon you, is these words: find a way. How to get out of the way of your why. How to get out of the way of your why. Why do I bring that up? Simply because as I was talking to the mentee on the phone, he kept reiterating and mentioning that he was lacking motivation, lacking the motivation to work out, lacking the motivation to exercise, lacking the motivation to eat healthy, lacking the motivation to just have that vitality and that strength. And it happened for a myriad of factors, few issues that are going on in his life. And it brought to reminding him that, listen, when I was your age, I too was kind of mystified by life, didn't understand in many cases what was going on. And in that particular aspect, I had to share with him how it is that I was able to shift. One is that it all began with the mindset. Shifting out of the mindset of just motivation, we got to shift into that particular place of determination. Shifting into a particular place of determination. What is going to be the cauldron that lights the flame in your life? Determination says, I'm not waiting till I feel like doing it. I'm going to do it despite how I feel. Don't feel like working out. Don't feel like reading. Don't feel like studying. Don't feel like working on the project. Don't feel like budgeting your money. You don't feel like doing XYZ. You fill in the particular blank. Motivation is waiting until you feel like it. Determination says, despite how I feel, I'm going to make sure that I do it by any means necessary because I'm going to keep it real with myself. Real recognize real, but do you look familiar? You have to familiarize yourself with your goal, familiarize yourself with the plan, familiarize yourself with why it is that you are going to go after what it is that you're going to go after. Having that determination by any means necessary is really what it's all about. He asked me a particular question. He said, what if you keep doing what it is that you know you're supposed to do, but you're not seeing the results? He said something to me that I kind of had a chuckle to myself. He said, I've been working out for about close to a month, but I'm not seeing any results. I told him, don't allow not seeing the results to deter your progress. I said, number one, just working out for a month is not long enough. It's not long enough. Rather than focusing on the results, focus on getting better day by day. What can you focus on getting better at day by day? You don't become a millionaire overnight. You don't become the smartest man or woman on the planet overnight. You don't achieve all of your goals overnight. You don't get to where you want to be overnight. It is a day by day, step by step, month by month. It's a week by week. It's a year by year process of doing what you must do, putting one foot in front of the other each and every single specific day and say, I'm going to get better today. I'm going to be the best person that I could possibly be today. I'm going to move from just motivation to determination. I'm not going to tell myself no. I'm not going to allow other people to tell me no or what it is that I can't do, what I can't be, what I can't become, what I can't overcome. No is new opportunity. If people deny you the opportunity on this side, build your own opportunity on the other side. Build your own opportunity. So it goes along with that particular level of the mindset. The mindset not for just motivation, mindset for determination. Then I've got to also do this. I've got to create action steps for my goals. Many of us, we just write down our goals, but we don't foster any action steps. Only 5% of Americans write down their goals. Of the 5% that do, 95% of the time, those individuals who write down their goals, they end up completing those goals. They end up accomplishing those goals. Yes, write down your goals, but let's take it to another step. Let's take it to another level. Create some action steps with those goals. The goal is to eat healthy. What are the action steps? What will you do? What foods will you eat? What foods will you not eat? Hear me. For you to achieve those particular goals, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable. What does that mean? Because a lot of times we just hear the word accountability and we're unaccounted for. Accountability says, I am going to create a chart. I'm going to create a list. I'm going to create measurable goals to see if I am checking particular boxes off. For me to be accountable, I'm going to make sure that I find a way to galvanize my life to where I have an accountability partner. Somebody who can hold me to the standard that I said that I've set for myself. And then I don't underachieve. I achieve, if not, I overachieve. I live up to the standard of what it is that I've set for myself. Accountability looks like, okay, you messed up. Something didn't go right. You don't just quit. You don't just throw in the towel. You say, let me go back to the drawing board. Let me pick up where I left off. Let me course correct. Let me rectify certain things so that I can go back to where it is with those action steps, to go back to where it is with those goals, so that I can actually achieve what it is that I said I wanted to receive. I have to have my mindset on a place of determination. Secondly, now, I have to move into that particular arena, in that particular environment of developing myself through the goals of what it is that I have set. And when you think about even the bigger picture of goal setting, goal accomplishing, it's not so much the goal that you want to receive and goal that you want to reach, rather. It is about who you're willing to become to make sure that goal is ascertained. Beyond just you reaching the goal, what kind of individual, what kind of person are you willing to become? Who will you become in order to manifest that goal, in order for you to make that happen? It's got to be an engine. It's got to be a desire. It's got to be tenacity for you to make that particular thing happen. Then it's also got to be from a particular lane and from a particular avenue in place of pushing past your own preconceived notions. Pushing past your own preconceived notions says this: I'm willing to roll up my sleeves. I am willing to put in the work each and every single day. It is that sweat equity payment that you have to give. The sweat equity, the things of you doing what you don't feel like doing so that you can get to where it is that you want to be. So that you can do the maturity internally, so that you can abound to the place of the opportunity. Find a way. Come on, find a way to motivate yourself. Find a way to get out of that bed of brokenness and the bed of excuses and the bed of laziness. Find a way. Find a way. If you got to if you got to be determined on the inside of yourself. Find a way if you got to get to bed earlier. Find a way if you got to go to bed later to get the project done. Find a way. Get out of your own way. Get out of the way of your why. You said your why. You discovered your why. You itemized your why. You wrote down your particular why, the place of your purpose, how it is that you're going to manifest your destiny. Get out of the way of your why by finding a way to make it happen, finding a way to do what it is that's never been done before, so you can go where you've never gone before, so you can overachieve and so that you can overcome and so that you can achieve more. You've got to get out of your own head. Let me talk to you. You have to get out of your own head, because oftentimes going on and swirling within our own mind are thoughts of deleterious doubt and destruction and decay and negativity and stinking thinking that oftentimes keeps us sulking and sinking. Scarcity mindset and imposter syndrome, those things cannot live in your mind. You got to get out of your own mind until you find a way to get it out of your own mind. The only person in your way is you. It ain't the haters. It's not blockers. Because when you're focused on the dream and the goal and the tenacity that you have on internally, none of those people that are on the outside matter anyway. All they are stepping stones to the structure and the strength of your own life. Find a way to be resilient. Find a way to discover peace. Find a way to get the book done. Find a way to open the business. Find a way to leverage your purpose. Find a way to turn your ideas into income. Find a way to shift your contacts into contracts. Find a way to make it happen. Find a way to get my latest book, Know Your No, How to Build Healthy Boundaries and Love Without Losing Yourself. It's available right now on Amazon. I want you to run there. I want you to rush there right now. Go to Amazon. You can also get signed copies of my book at EddieConnor.com/Know Your No. Not only this book, but you can see all of my books as well at DrEddieConnorStore.com. Dr. Eddie Connor, CONNOR, store.com. Find a way to get it. I guarantee you're going to be empowered by it. How to Build Healthy Boundaries and Love Without Losing Yourself. Let me just read a little something from you. Let me just read a little something from the book for you. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me do that. Because I know it is a tremendous book that will speak life into your life. And speaking of life, this is what the book says. Life is a fight for territory. If you don't fight for what you want, find a way. Come on now. If you don't fight for what you want, what you don't want will overtake you. Entropy sets in. Procrastination, stinking thinking will overtake your mind if you don't fight against it. Building boundaries emphatically communicates that you will fight for your right to exercise your truth, refusing to allow people to trespass on your territory. Yes, the territory of your heart, mind, will, and emotions. No, you're not fighting people. You are fighting patterns that are perpetuated against your growth. You are not fighting with your fist. You are fighting the good fight with your faith and the boundaries that you set. You have to be territorial with your life, or people will trespass on your life. You have to fight with your faith spiritually, but you have to fight with your boundaries naturally. You fight with your faith spiritually, but you fight with your boundaries naturally. To remain emotionally healthy, you should take a daily dose of vitamin B3. What is that? Build better boundaries. Take as often as needed. Life gets bigger, better, and brighter when you build better boundaries. If you're going to find a way if you're going to be a person who is determined, if you are going to create action steps to achieve those goals, if you are going to push through what you're going through, what does that tell you? That means you are finding a way. You're getting out of the way of your why. And you're going to shift to another dimension. Go ahead, get my book, but also soar with me in my Eagles community. Yes, where I'm encouraging you, I'm empowering you, I speak life into you. I'm teaching you, coaching you, training you, mentoring you on really how to overcome the storms of life. And so let me show you how to grow your wings in business and relationships and how your ideas become income and impact and influence. Let me show you how to do that. Soar with me right now in my coaching mentoring program at theeaglesacademy.com. Go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button on this video. If you hit the subscribe button, come on, hit the subscribe button. Become a subscriber of this channel. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but really got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. You're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right now.